Hey guys, we're back and I'm bringing you issue 15. I'm pretty much probably going to start doing issue 16, 17 together and then I can get to issue 18. This is the continuation from the Dark. And we're back. I want a continuation of where we left off with issue 15, Smothered by a Living Shadow. This is in preparation to talk about issue 18, so I'll be hopefully trying to do issue 16 and 17 together and then working my way from here. So with that being said, let's get started. Our issue picks up with an introduction of an older character, the Shade. Opal City, there's a paradox that I've learned across my lifetimes. An unseen enemy, he stops and notices someone there. Is an enemy seen everywhere. It lurks in every alley, makes a home of every shadow. If it's a brigand back there following me, you must be barking mad to try it in the evening, either that or you're new in town. The lamps are lit, chum, the shadows long. The tower tolls the hour of the shade. I'm chasing an enemy who has wormed its way into my head. It's everywhere, always out of my grasp. I need help. Richard, help me. Carter, what happened to you? Carter, can't have you laying in the street like this. Decent people will start talking. He's like, much improved, my boy. Now let's retire. The Master of Darkness will look after you. So our parents establishes that him and the Shade were friends at one point. Carter goes into a dream of some kind. Mind if I take your lives? I can use them. Not in this lifetime, though. And he just starts beating up soldiers for some reason. He wakes up from a dream. Richard, thank God I found you. You snuck up on me. I thought you were after my coin purse. I'm surprised you don't remember you had quite a fever, my friend. It's simmered down now. I've flown myself into exhaustion. Doesn't sound like the Carter Hall I know. How long were you on the wing? 4 days. Here's how long have you been flying? Due to this shadow thief I've been reading about, I gather an unseen enemy is an enemy seen over my journal. Where did you? It's not meant for others to see. Don't think too harshly of me. When you spent time with Jim and Ernie at Gertie's prison, Parson salon, well, it's difficult finding a good story after that. So you know what I'm up against. The Louvre, Stone Chant, the Midway City Museum, others too. Their collections are being looted of their best pieces, and it's the Shadow Thief doing it just to spite me. His real name is Carl Sands. He used to be nothing more than a small-time crook, and there's a little bit of a backstory on him. There's something called Shadow Bass, but in the shadow state and lets him pass through solid objects. And then pretty much they just have a back and forth. You still carry the cane I gave you? That old thing? Truth is, I loathe it, but I never know when you might pop by. Would break your heart to think I'd spurned you. And Hope, how's she doing? Working late at the precinct. Crime rate on the rise sometimes has the baddies on a stir. How long have we known each other, my boy? 1948. So that establishes they've known each other for a long time. Longer than I've known anyone. So stop being around and say what you're here for. I'm stuck. And then they're pretty much they're going to help each other from here on out. He's like, Richard, bloody hell. And he notices Carter's shadow's gone. Richard, what's wrong? And about a warning, you're going to blind me. Carter, you've no shadow. Sands, the last thing I saw, he was dragging my shadow away when I passed out. What's that mean? Nothing good. Bastard. The great and terrible Shade. You're who's supposed to be so tough to beat. I figured the title bout for Undisputed Shadow Champ would have at least made it a second round. Shadow Thief indeed. Choke on me, you git. Didn't think you had the guts to stand in front of me again, Sands. I'll give you a second round. And he starts to try and beat Shadow Thief, but this is a bit more difficult than he thinks. And then he taunts him. Things go a little bit crazy. They fight. He takes Shadow. I'm sorry, Richard. I never should have gotten you involved in this. Yes, well, I'm not sure. I prefer what you've done to the place. This outburst isn't like you, Carter. To let the thief get under your skin. Nightmares keep me from sleeping sands. It hounds me when I wake. I can't grasp either. I'm fighting shadows, literally. At least you won't be on your own anymore. Richard, I can't ask you to get involved in this. A little late for that, after all. And then it's like, oh, I'm helping you whether you like it or not. Let's get going. And then he takes him into Shadow Thief's new dimension. Ad for Batman Hush. It continues where issue 14 left off. It introduces a new character, and it takes it in some, and kind of it gets more some just backstory, and has some dialogue and exposition, helps to bring the plot forward, and implies that these two, the Shade and Hawkman, have a history, considering how long they've known each other. The art's nice as always. So yeah, running this as a issue by issue, I'd probably say I'd also give this an 8 out of 10. So, and I will be right back with more Hawkman, with another Hawkman book. I'm just going to try seeing if I can cram issue 16 and 17 together. That way I can really talk about what I want to talk about, and that's issue 18. So anyway, stay tuned, stay back, sit tight. I will be right back. Take care.